say, I just got to, in relation to you mentioned that several of the crowd mentioned as well, the Raytheon company. One of the things I wanted to do here was to just be specific about what Raytheon is doing and what its role is in the assault on Gaza at the moment. As it sometimes might appear from the rhetoric that all of us use, that we're simply saying, you're an arms company and your arms might be used in Lebanon or Gaza, therefore we want you out. It's much more direct than that. Raytheon's role in what is happening is straightforward. They're arming the Israelis with the very weapons that they are using at this moment in Gaza. That's what I wanted to quote from a couple of news reports which don't seem to make it into the mainstream media, but which strangely enough do make it at times into the Israeli media. The assault in Gaza began on the 27th of December. 2 days later, on December the 29th, the Jerusalem Post reported on its front page, the Israeli Air Force used a new bunker buster missile that it received recently from the United States in strikes against Hamas targets in the Gaza Strip on Saturday. That was the opening day of the conflict. The missile, called GBU-49, was developed in recent years by the United States as a small diameter bomb for low-cost, high-precision strikes. Israel received approval from the US Congress to purchase 1,000 units of these in December. Defense officials said that the first shipment had arrived earlier this month. That's earlier in December. Now if you ask yourself, what is a GBU-39 and where exactly has it come from? You have to go back 2 years. I got up yesterday a copy of the specialist defense journal, Defense Industry Daily. It's not a radical magazine. It's a magazine which services the defense industry around the world, reporting on new developments and so forth. 20th of April 2006. The headquarters air-to-ground munitions systems wing at Elgin Air Base, Florida, recently awarded 2 cost-plus fixed-fee research and development contracts for the GBU-39 program. Boeing subsidiary McDonnell Douglas in St. Louis, Missouri, received a $145.8 million contract. Raytheon from Tucson in Arizona also received a $145.8 million contract. That was it to develop the GBU-39 back in April in 2006. By mid-2008, the Boeing Raytheon bomb, this new GBU-39, was primed and ready for delivery. A request from Israel for 1,000 of these bombs was delivered on the 6th of September last year. It was approved by the Pentagon on the same day. And as the Jerusalem Post noted, they were delivered then at the beginning of December and were then used, as the Jerusalem Post reported, from the 27th of December onwards. So when we talk about the Raytheon company being complicit in genocide in Gaza and in Lebanon, we are not making a general allegation against them. We are quite specific. We know what they are doing. And I'll draw your attention also to the verdict and the ruling in the Raytheon 9 case in which I was involved with Jimmy Kelly and others is over there, and Colin and Sean, some of the others who are around here. The verdict in that case was reported that we were acquitted. I don't think that there was really much coverage given to the basis of our defence, which the jury in Belfast Crown Court accepted. Our defence was that we had broken into Raytheon and smashed up their equipment in order to prevent a crime. And if we could prove, we said at the outset of the trial, we said if we can prove that what we did helped to delay or prevent war crimes, then we couldn't be guilty, because we would have been acting to prevent a greater crime, and therefore could not be guilty of the lesser crime of breaking and entering and a fray. That was accepted by the jury in Belfast. And the judge had made it clear to us that if we were going to get the jury to accept it, and he instructed the jury to this effect, that you cannot acquit these people if they merely show that the Raytheon company is involved in supplying weapons which are being used to commit crimes against humanity. He said you must prove that Raytheon knew that this is what their weapons will be used for, and what's more, you must prove that the Derry plant of Raytheon was involved in this operation. We proved that with numerous documents from scientific journals, with news reports, with film, and most importantly of all, we proved it through the cross-examination over a number of days of senior executives of the Raytheon company. We agreed with our barristers that the Raytheon plant in Derry, not just Raytheon worldwide, was hooked in to an overall system under what Raytheon's called the one company philosophy. Well, we proved that, and in fact, probably none of us from the Raytheon 9 would be standing here today. We'd be skulking somewhere in McGambury. So if it wasn't for the fact that we had Raytheon in Derry convicted of involvement in war crimes. For people in Derry, I know that the argument about jobs is a very important one. It is an important one. The argument that there was just over 30 jobs, good jobs by Derry standards down there. That's an argument we have to face. I don't dismiss it lightly. It's one of the most troublesome and troubling aspects of the campaign against Raytheon. But we have to make judgments. We have to strike balances. We have to look on the one side at the fact that you have a factory down there which is contributing to the torrent of blood flowing from the Palestinian people, and balance that against the economic advantage to this area of keeping the Raytheon company here. And we in the anti-war movement say this is a no-brainer. It's not a matter of striking a balance. There is no balance. And once we arrive at the conclusion that Raytheon are not welcome in Derry, it seems to me to follow logically that we should all say it to Raytheon in straight and unambiguous terms. Not just that your presence is unwelcome, but that you should get out now. And I'll tell you one other reason why we should say that. I'm not going to stand here for Irish quoting documents, but among the other documents which the anti-war coalition obtained under the Freedom of Information Act were the minutes of a meeting in 2006 between Raytheon executives and top officials of Invest Northern Ireland. And in that document, the Raytheon company said that if they were told by the city council to get out, then they weren't sure that they could continue to operate in Derry. They didn't say in so many words if they tell us to get out, we go, but they say if they tell us to get out, we'll be in serious difficulties about staying in Derry. I take that as encouragement to tell them to get out now. And I say this, if it were the case that our city council, and I know the number of other parties, I'm not getting any particular party, and Jerry McGrath would be more vocal than most on this issue, to his credit, and it is that if the word were to go out that a branch of the third biggest United States arms company had been told officially by the council of a city in Ireland to get out, specifically because of its role in the Middle East, then that news would go around the globe. That would have a real impact, much greater than what we have had here today. I will say that by way of encouraging people, not by way of attacking anybody, but by saying, look, please, you think again about strategies and priorities on this whole issue. Take a look at it and ask yourself the hard question, and it is a hard question. Because if the country were to say that and Raytheon were to go, not everybody in this town will applaud. That's a fact. You have to handle the outcome of that. You have to handle the reaction. But we say that in terms of political morality, there really is no other attitude which should be taken. So we hope that this issue is going to be treated with the urgency that it deserves. I can say this for the anti-war coalition, we will supply to anybody all the information that we have gathered, the great majority of which has never been published in the mainstream media or supplied to any party or any individual. We can prove that Raytheon, that little innocent-looking office down in Springstown, is in fact bullshit with the blood of innocent people from Lebanon and Gaza and elsewhere. And we have to make a reality of our call for Raytheon, the war criminal, to be put out of jury. I have this friend in his sooner or later.